Weird energy today, feeling about belonging. Put your comments in the comment section how you're feeling. Are you feeling that pull, that energy? I mean, it is definitely weird. We're feeling it all over. Today we're going to be talking about removing stress, anxiety, how to navigate this next couple of days. Saturday coming up is a big transition day, the 16th. I mean, all over the world, even Mateos Distefanos is doing an event on the 16th, along with us. So looking forward to hearing what's going on with everybody today. Hey there, how you doing? Put in just a comment about how you're feeling today. Grand rising, everybody. And what is your intention? Today is one of those days where if you were resetting your belief, today you may be tested on what you belong to. You may have something come up emotionally, trigger you today. I have low OCD, low serotonin, some cure. Absolutely, the 28-day reset is for that, exactly. Gathering in Europe or Dubai. We are planning on being in Europe and Dubai next year. I will help you write your college papers, PhD dissertations. Oh man, college is a weird one, man. People are going to stop going to college. That's why they took out the entrance exams for some of the major prep universities right now, or major universities. High anxiety. How can you thicken endometrial lining for UIU? So endometrial lining, it's a mineralization, diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, and movement to create. So like the lower reset, it creates movement in there, so it allows more fluid to get in there, more blood to build scaffolding in there. Hey, Maria the Greek, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Coming to North Carolina. Don't think that's on the plan, but New York, most likely. I never get sick, but I'm battling the flu. Well, maybe it's not the flu. Maybe you're just detoxing like everybody else. Psoriasis, super easy. We have an autoimmune, we have an online autoimmune workshop on the 17th. If you haven't got there yet, get the online autoimmune workshop. It's on the 17th. Go to our events page on our website and you can sign up for that. And tell anybody you know to come into that. So what we're going to be doing is going through the movements. We're modifying the 28-day reset and the movements for autoimmune. We're going to talk about the common myths of autoimmune. Everybody that I see still dealing and battling with autoimmune. Autoimmune, you should not have symptoms after 3 months if you are following step by step and word for word. Autism, ADHD, pathological demand avoidance specifically. So I work with client children. Okay, this is for Sarah Lazzarato. We have a parent supporting children program with practitioners in there. It was originally focused at autism and spectrum children. And there are children coming off the spectrum in that program. You can DM us, we'll put you in the group. It's going live on our platforms here shortly. Bracing myself for today. Yes, Mercury retrograde. You guys feeling it? Like, are you? It's like things that you want to say, you try to get them out and you're not saying them correctly. Feeling frustrated and detoxing for 5 weeks now. Hi, Len. Yes, I get it. I have been detoxing on and off, but my detoxing is way less right now. Coach Talon. You guys, I'm waving at Coach Talon there. If you are a coach or sports oriented or whatever, follow him. He's over in Europe and he has adapted fascial maneuvers into coaching situations for professional and amateur athletes. When somebody has COVID, what is COVID? Somebody want to tell me what COVID actually is? Because it looks like a flu in which you have pulmonary distress. And when you have strontium in your lungs and you have a flu, you get a mucus or pulmonary distress in the lungs. But why would you have strontium in your lungs? Well, strontium is what they're spraying in the sky for geoengineering. Posture correction. Super simple. Just go do the lower and the upper reset on our website. You'll be through the posture the very first time you do it. Hi, Laura. Looking forward to seeing you. Old wounds coming back. Message in dreams. Curious. Well, I think, Kat, is if you have old wounds coming back, they're coming back so that you can move past them. So once I've moved past something and I've got the lesson, it has to come back in order for me to know that I've actually got it. Trying to get the camera. It's like these things aren't as high. And I looked at myself the other day and it looks like I'm looking down at it. Normally I'm looking kind of up at it. Trouble setting boundaries. First LI Zoom yesterday. What is that? Mineralization. Power curve 30. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing, Garry?
Good, Petra. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm sitting on the floor in my kitchen carving a pumpkin.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Pumpkin. Christmas pumpkin or Halloween pumpkin?
no, it's a pumpkin. I'm gonna cut it up for and freeze it for pumpkin soup.
Okay. Petra, where do you live again?
In Pickering,
Oh,
close to
Pickering, Ontario. And when's your birthday again?
November 24th, 59.
Oh, November 24th. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're a fellow Sagittarius.
Yes, yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yes. And so tell me, you were saying about having trouble setting boundaries.
Yeah, so I had to set some boundaries with my husband the other night. That was Tuesday night. It was
When's his
really
birthday?
he's January 27th, 52.
Oh, yeah. So he detaches from emotions. But so do you in a different way.
Yeah, so I had to set some boundaries. So the next morning, Wednesday morning, he said he was feeling indifferent. So I said, okay. And then I sent him a message later and I said, you know, blah, 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 you're my rock. And then it triggered something in him where he was a rock to everybody in his family for his whole life. So for his dad, when his mom died when he was 17. And so he thinks that he's healed himself. And I said, well, I think you got lots of healing to do, just like me. And we did the 28-day reset together. We do maneuvers together, and we're good, but we still see things very, very differently. But
Well,
anyway,
Aquarius is, I mean, it's tough because they do see the world differently. Like for you, it's all about, I'm going to learn, I'm going to help people. For him, it's all about the experience, but they want community, but they want to stand outside of it.
yeah.
It's like invite everybody over for a party and stand in the corner and watch everybody.
Well, actually, yeah, we have these friends and we're going to the edge to listen to them play in a band. So he likes to do that and dance, and we're going to do that next Friday. But we also do sound healing journeys together, which is also really great. But then I also had to set some boundaries with my mom yesterday, who's 90, she's been doing fascial maneuvers also. From
Wow, you got to get some video of that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some video. And she asked me the other day, can we please order some more Power Kirk?
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Because like it works so well, especially for someone who's older. Power Kirk is like it replaces almost every other thing that they take.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was the boundary with your mom?
So I am helping her heal herself. She also has skin conditions, so she also can't set boundaries with my brother. And so she said yes to some things she wanted to say no to, and things just got worse and worse for her. She's used cortisone creams for a long, long time, but when they're 90, they don't understand where all of this stuff comes from. And so I'm trying to explain it to her, trying to help her heal. And while I'm trying to help her heal, I'm healing at the same time. So it gets very, very, like, it's like you're working with a full cup from the time you wake up in the morning and it's overflowing.
Yeah,
So
I get
so,
that. Is she a Virgo?
she's a Libra.
Oh,
She,
Libra.
yeah,
Okay.
she's September 29th.
So for her, you can do in the partner maneuvers where you pull like this.
Yeah.
You can do that one. That'll have a big effect for her. And the other one where you stand on the side and lift her shoulder. You get while she's sitting down, you can pull down her shoulder because Libras are about the lungs. That'll open up the lungs.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. So I got her changing her diet and stuff, and I just had to tell her yesterday, I have to look after myself first before I can continuously look after you and your stuff.
Right. And what did she say?
Well, you know, she was a little bit sad and she felt a little bit guilty, but I said, you know, everything's okay. You know, I love you very much and everything's good, and we're just going to work on this together.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're right on track. I mean, it's you're setting boundaries, and it sounds like your husband is just going through. Like we have these old wounds. Once we raise our consciousness, those old wounds, whether they're physical or emotional, have to come back up, so that I can build a new story over that event.
Yeah.
Because if I keep telling the same story, then I have the same wound.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
How was your first LSA call?
Oh, it was good. It was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So what's different so far in the Lifestyle Artist program as compared to the 28-day reset? If you're talking to somebody in the 28-day reset, what do you notice?
Well, I would say it's about working on your emotional self and understanding people from more of an emotional state than you know, doing maneuvers and everything else is really, really great, but looking deep into yourself with the more of the trauma healing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's really what it is, because the 28-day reset is the tools to mechanically heal your body and to be aware of why it's in that place, like what's stopping it. And then the Lifestyle Artist is, once you start doing it, you're going to need support. You're going to need to have a deeper understanding. You're going to want to talk to other people that are going through the same journey.
That's exactly what we did yesterday. It was really amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Well, it sounds like you're well on your journey. I just wanted to pop in. I see you all the time, and I knew you had your first call, so I thought I'd check in and see how it's going.
Well, thanks a lot, Gary. Thanks. It's really amazing. I wish I could have come to Saturday, but I will definitely do another one.
Yeah. You know, everything happens at its own place and its own time, right? So we'll see you next time.
Exactly. Thanks, Gary. Have a great day.
Bye, Petra.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Would Power Kirk help with neuropathy? My grandmother has. The short answer is yes, but with neuropathy, Alexandra, you're gonna need the diatomaceous iris CMOS. Neuropathy. Okay, what you have is you have layers of fascia, like a phyllo pastry or like a baklava, and each layer in a baklava there's oil, there's honey, there's flakiness in there. Well, what happens is if all that oil and honey dehydrates, then what happens is, because the nerves and the veins that go there become restricted by the compression or the dehydration. So then when you're going to move around, that nerve is supposed to floss through the fascia, and the fascia, if it's dehydrated, it actually causes pain. And because it's like scraping that nerve, like scraping it. So definitely get them hydrated, and Power Kirk, that works. Power Kirk, what it does is it takes your connective tissue, which is your fascia, which is all over your body. Your bones are made of fascia, your heart is made of fascia, your brain is made of fascia. Everything in your body is made of fascia. Your skin is made of fascia. So what it does is it lets all those fascial tissues go. It lets it go from the inside of the cellular level. So basically it takes all the pressure off of everything in your body. Lymphatic system, your blood vessels, it helps with blood pressure, it helps with a wide variety of things. And it's not fixing anything. What it's doing is it's giving your body a break or reducing the stress so your body can do what it needs to do. Let's go to Edmondchuck, Alberta. Edmondchuck, Alberta. Hi, Neelam.
Hi, Gary. Grand Rising. Sorry, I'm just doing red light therapy while doing maneuvers.
Oh, that's awesome. Which kind of red lights do you have?
It is the Orion red light therapy 600 Pro. I just got it last year, but I started using it with my fascial maneuvers in the morning to enhance.
I would do fascial maneuvers in red light, and I would also even turn the red light on. I know you have to sit within a close proximity for the near infrared, but I used to turn it on in the room, like in my living room, anyways, because the frequency of light itself actually affects the spectrum of the eyes.
So it's a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Awesome. I'm coming to Saturday to the event. I'm super excited, Gary.
That's
I'm
awesome.
super excited, and looking forward to connect with people and get some trauma and healing. That would be awesome.
You know, Edmonton's looking, I mean, there's some stuff going on with Brit and that, but Edmonton's looking for some regular action. It's like a big group to form there. And I think this winter might be the time to do it. So I think you could be bringing that energy.
Yes. I didn't tell you my birthday. It's December 26, 1986. Right, 10 days after the event.
Are you a 4-degree Capricorn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So today's a day where you're going to feel, you might be even tested a little bit today. Today's a day where you're going to feel where you belong. Do I belong here? Do I not belong here? And something might come up today to test that feeling.
I have been feeling that lately, to be honest, over last month. And my dad had a heart attack on 3rd December. Ever since, a lot has changed. And I notice I'm here to help him. I'm here to guide him. And as a daughter, and I feel like he's not accepting the help. I feel like he has given up on himself. And it frustrates me even more that people here are fighting for a day to live if they can get. And here you have your whole life in front of you and you're just going to ignore the medications. I mean,
how old's your dad?
65. His date of birth is 15th August 1958. He's a Leo.
Yeah, I mean, when Leo's when they don't want to take care of themselves, he's a master level Leo, so he's like a 20, probably 22 degree. He's probably having a little bit of a wild day in his heart today. He might. Today's a day he might be being pushed to follow his heart and maybe not doing it. So you might see a change in him after today, actually.
I've been offering him supplements that I have from Human Garage, Diatomaceous Earth, RC Moss, Power Curt. He would take it for a day and not look at them. I'm like, so you would rather have all those medications, like 6 to 7 medications twice a day, but not have a natural approach to it? I think he's not clear in his head yet. I think he's not ready to just process yet something like this has hit him. He thinks he's really, really healthy, which he is physically, but he has diabetes and high blood pressure. And now
so then hold on a second. So you can't say he's really healthy because diabetes and high blood pressure, they take 10 to 15 years to happen, or 20 years even. So he's dehydrated severely.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's constricted, but we assume that because people can move around and talk and function that they're healthy, but that's actually not the case. So, you know, part of it is for him as a Leo, he has to make the decision. Like, it has to be on his heart.
Exactly. Family can be there for him and help him if he's willing to accept the help.
Yeah.
If he's not willing to accept the help, nobody can do anything. And we can just watch. We can just watch him suffer, and we suffer with him as well. So this is something that I've been dealing from last 10 days a lot. Like, I'm coming out of it now and coming to a term that, you know what, I will be there regardless of what he chooses. I will be there as a daughter. But then at the end, it's his choice. It's his commitment to him.
That's the way to do it. I mean, Leos, when they're dysregulated, they can show you a lesson about your own heart by hurting themselves. Yes. That's most likely why, like, when somebody has options and they're just not doing them, that's usually what it is. It's like and it doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's because there's some sort of spiritual lesson that either they're going through, which they are, or tied to you.
Yeah, I feel like he's holding some grudges towards people in the family. I don't know, or maybe he just somebody in his friend circles. I don't know, like what is going on. I don't know. I really would appreciate if he would be open to it.
Do you
But I mean,
do you hold grudges or judgment against yourself?
do I?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes.
So as hard as it is sometimes, what I do is when somebody comes up to me, no matter who they are, no matter whether if it's like somebody comes up to me and talks to me or someone's online talking to me, I assume that they're there sharing something with me that is part of me. Like they're reflecting something to me. And so if someone comes up with rage or someone comes up, with abuse or something like that, I look at it and say, well, how am I abusing myself? How am I angry and rage at myself? And because when I change, people around me invariably change. So
Yeah.
so take a look at what his core metrics are. Like what are the things that are driving him? Like you said, maybe holding grudges, resentment, anger, frustrations, and say, how am I doing that? And if I can resonate with what I'm doing that they're doing, so if I can find that in myself, it's like a light goes off and it heals something in me.
Yes.
He's a master level Leo. He could be dying on a sword to show everybody else a lesson.
Yes, and he's also due to colonoscopy, but he wouldn't go for it.
I'd say no shit, but
Yes, I mean, yes.
yeah, he's probably dealing with a little bit of grief. But whatever he's projecting on someone else, he's doing to himself.
Yeah.
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 I mean, at the end of it, if somebody is pointing outward and saying, I'm this way because of this, because of a narcissist, because of work, because of this situation, because of my health, because I can't do this. Anybody who's pointing out for anything outside of them is dealing with what they're pointing outside of them for. The issues are. It's the bigger the emotion. Like if I have a resentment or anger or fear and it comes up in me, my brain's job is to explain it. And if the last 10 times I explain it by going, it's because of that person. It's like a drug. My brain goes right to that narrative and it sticks there. That's why it's so important not to give narratives to these feelings. What I do for when I feel it come up, I go, hello, anger. I see you there. What do you want me to see?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, it can't be anybody else external to him or you that's dealing with that. It's you. It's him. And then when you're helping him, you can, working with him, you can pull back and you can watch and say, okay, well, he does these things. This is how he treats himself. Well, part of that is he's showing you something.
Yes, probably whatever I get to notice and observe, probably there is some learning a lesson from me too in there.
Yeah, well, part of it as a Capricorn is you want to control the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, why won't you do this? I want you to do this. And then he's like, no, I'm not gonna do this. I will kill myself first. You know how Leo.
You got it right, Gary. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the problem with me. I mean, I want things to be under control majority of the time. But I'm as I'm doing fascial maneuvers, and you believe it or not, like ever since I spoke with you last time, I've restarted 28-day reset fourth time. I'm on my fourth time now. Like
Oof.
I would do 3-4 days and then something would come up and then I'm like, okay, I need to start again. So I'm finally determined to finish a 28-day full reset this time. No ifs or buts. But yes, I think I get in my way sometimes.
Did you just start, or are you starting again?
So I the first time when I did, I had to stop at 10th day, and then The farthest I got was up to 15 day.
Okay, did you just start again right now?
Yes, I did.
Go to the website and sign up and circle the new app and start. There's a new one in there. It's not officially released yet.
Is it the Mighty Network or which one?
There's a new app. You got to go to our website and re-sign up.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
will definitely do
Yeah,
that.
there's a brand new 20. If someone's already like 15 or 20 days in, don't go restart. Finish it the way it is.
Okay.
But yeah, since you've already been there, it's new content, completely new reset. And the app looks and feels very much the same, but there's more functionality. So we're going to be migrating everybody over there.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I will actually check it out really soon. Another thing, I'm a massage therapist and I see all kind of people, and I am actually at the end of conversation giving them out some of the fascial maneuvers as a home care routine and diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, all the supplements. So, I mean, do you think, I mean, only if there are, because I know I've noticed that for the clients, if I'll tell them you have to do these stretches, or this maneuver, I don't think they're gonna do it. Only if they're willing to.
Well, you know what? You just start off and say, okay, I see the way I would do it is I see that you're struggling with this repetitive issue. Are you open to doing something yourself to get rid of this? Because I'd love to help you more, but there's only so much I can do unless you do something. And then if they say yes, then say, well, here it is. Otherwise, you're just talking to the wind, right?
Yes. Yes.
And that energy that you use to put into people. So you have a productive resource. That's what you have all this energy that you have. If you give a productive resource to a non-productive person enough, you become non-productive.
Gotcha.
The hardest part is to just do it to just help people that want to be helped. And that, I mean, because everybody needs it at some point. But if I'm helping people that are not asking for it, I'm taking away that energy from me and from others. There's a couple of things too, you know, like self-administer. You can do the organ reset on them. One hand on trap, and then go through the organ.
Oh yes.
The other thing you can do, by the way, to really, really help in that is when they're laying down on their stomach, you go on their calves, grab the calf, push down with it with weight, like almost like you're doing a push-up, and push forward and just hold it there. So like pushing the fascia forward, it'll make them trip out. It'll actually, because what it does is it highly affects the blood volume, and it'll calm them down. And the other part too is that in the line of the fascial coffee, if you stroke only in that line instead of like this, if you just go like this, and you do that with them, you'll have like a 10 times the result. And you could actually hold on that line, so you could actually hold, like pushing this way, hold.
You know what? Unconsciously, I've been doing that.
Yeah, I bet you would.
And they're like, you know what? It feels so relaxing.
Yeah, and then on the arm, you can, like, because you're going this way here and this way here, you can do counter. So you can pull this way, you can put your hands over top of it, trying to and go, this is the arm. You go this way and and hold it. Just hold it. And those long holds are actually working the fascia. But when we go like this, when we stroke back and forth, like if you just go down like this, it feels good. But if you go up like this, it tightens up into the shoulder.
Oh, okay. So the direction of the stroke also matters.
Yeah. So basically, the fascial coffee is, if you're a practitioner and you just take the fascial coffee and you massage only in that stroke, or if you have to go back for a bit, you finish off with the flow of the fascia. Because just like when you do it to yourself, you get up and you can move and your body feels all loose. After you do fascial work or muscle work, when you dig deep in a muscle, it starts to contract. And if my shirt is all like this, and it starts to contract down here, it's going to pull all these different angles. So when you're doing this, you're actually taking away the contraction that's not good. So you're letting all the fascia relax in the flow that it normally goes. So literally it was called the fascial flow, the actual massage that we did, because what normal massage doesn't matter the style. When we would do our fascial reset work and we would restructure the body, a massage would like take them right out. It would like boom, there'd be all back and necks would be out and all that, because the fascia is really open to suggestion when you do the fascial work. And then so you have to always stroke in the direction of that fascial flow.
I love it how the fascial maneuvers and everything that I'm doing, like unconsciously when I'm working with the client, I feel like twerking their skin and fascia around. It's another world, Gary. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There's a whole thing called torque therapy, which we're gonna put videos out this year.
I'd love that.
It requires more. Well, it doesn't really require. If you have 2 other people in 10 to 15 minutes, you can do what it takes practitioners months to do.
Oh, wow. That's super amazing. I mean, it has helped me with my knee rehab. I'm still not 100% there yet, but I'm working on it.
Your right knee, right?
My left knee.
Oh, left
I had ACL reconstruction in January, and I had scar tissue removal in June. So it's not 100% straight yet. I'm still working on extending the leg with the fascial maneuver, working around the knee, the joint, twerking it, and trying to break up the fascia and scar tissue around.
Get another practitioner, another massage therapist to do the table torque knee, bend over.
Yeah, I see Brittany about it. I get a session with Brittany. Usually every once a month. So she's awesome. I love her proximity. Like, she's awesome. And me and her, we're planning. We need to expand this human garage network in Edmonton for sure.
Lots of people need it there.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, working with my clients, like I will say out of 10 people that I will give out a day fascial maneuver to take home and supplements, I will say at least 5 are doing. So I see that people are doing
They're
it.
Getting the message. Sure. You know what? When you come from a place, especially when you touch them with a different hand, and you say, "This is where I learned it. This is what you can do for yourself." People want to help themselves right now. I mean, a year ago they didn't necessarily, but today they want to know.
Absolutely. I see that curiosity in them. I see that they want to change the situation they're in right now.
Yeah.
And I will feel that urge to share it with them. And like I said, half people will do and half will not do. So it's totally up to them how far they want to take their healing journey. But sometimes I just get stuck. I can't help somebody at my home. And here I'm, educating or sharing my journey with others and sharing what I do. But
I think a lot's going to change after Saturday. We'll see you on Saturday. I think a lot's going to change after that.
I'm looking forward.
You're coming up to your birthday too, and those two events, you're doing a life reset right now. So that's what's going to happen.
You got it right. It's a life reset in each area of my life, my marriage, my health, family, everything. So I'm super excited. Thank you so much for your time, Gary. I appreciate you.
I can't wait to see you in person.
Thank you. Grand Rising. Have a good day.
Saturday. Bye. Yeah, if you're anywhere near, if you can get around, or if you know people in Vancouver, Washington State, Kelowna, British Columbia, definitely. Yeah, the life resets, it really starts off with the 28th day. The 28th day reset and the Lifestyle Artist program, Kathy Smith 931. That's what the life reset's all about. Here we got Leo coming in. Very painful tendonitis in my left elbow, radiating down my arm. Gabriel.
Hey, Gary. Sorry, let me park.
All right. Toronto?
Hello. I'm actually still in Montreal at the moment.
Are you?
Yeah, but I am driving down to Toronto tomorrow to hop on a plane to to come see you guys.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
So we were talking about with Neelam, her dad's a Leo.
Yeah, I was listening to that. And it's like it's reflecting. It's like I get these two sides in me. I always get in my head about why am I not doing the obvious things that are clearly going to help me.
You know, I think again, it's like if I haven't learned the lesson, I mean, I do the same thing. Not so much anymore, but a lot of my journey was I knew I should do something and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And the way I process that today is because there's a lesson I'm still learning. And if I fix it mechanically, I'm not in pain, I don't get the lesson. So usually for me, it's because I still need a bit more pain to get a lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. This entire week and a half, a lot of like old physical tension that went away after the 28-day reset in the summer has been coming back, and I've been treating it exactly the same way. Like I have the right shoulder, like levator scapula area. It's like I know that's an anger and frustration point for me.
Yeah, it's
And
your gallbladder. Yeah, it's your gallbladder.
Yep.
Bitter scapula.
Yeah, yeah. And then I know that when I get frustrated, I tend to try to do things too fast. So I did the exact opposite this time. I did very, very slow maneuvers for a few days, and it started to go away.
Huh, interesting. So give yourself more space and time.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
you know, I get the same way. I can relate to that feeling. Like when I'm in pain, I'm like,
Yep.
and it's funny because I'm listening to everybody talk now. This is the first year that I have. I mean, last year was pretty good, but this is the first year I haven't really been in pain. I had a weird thing come up when, like, there's shifting in my stuff's moving on my right side. I had a weird little spot on my gallbladder on my right foot that is like some stuck fascia in there and stuck tissue, and it's like, oh, ooh, sharpened up, moving it around, and I'm like, wow, every other year around this time, I've had to deal with something major in my body. And for this is the first year.
Around this time?
Yeah. I'm coming up to my birthday. My birthday is on next Wednesday. Well, technically my birthday's next Thursday, but by a Gregorian calendar, it's next Wednesday. So I'm kind of mixed about that. It's like I called my new son-in-law yesterday and said happy birthday. It said Grandmaster Sagittarius, like me. Of course, my daughter marries a Grandmaster Sag, and so I called him and said happy birthday, and he was like yesterday. I'm like, no, it's today, because calendar is yesterday, but it's actually today.
Yeah. And did anything come up for you?
Yesterday was interesting. I mean, I think what comes up for me is I'm a Grandmaster Sag. So Sag is about belief. It's about student, educator, belief. That's really the key thing. And when people don't believe in themselves around me, it's frustrating. You know,
Yeah.
and I did a podcast yesterday, pretty big millennial podcast, and he said, what's the one thing that you want to tell people? It's to believe in yourselves and believe that your body can heal, believe that you can heal, believe that you can do this. And I caught myself a little over a year ago. Maybe it was, holy shit, maybe it's 2 years? No, it was last year. Caught myself last year around this time. We were talking to a waitress in a restaurant, and she said she had her boyfriend broke up with her, and she goes, I'm just damaged goods. And I'm like, and I literally turned off, and I'm like, you really think you're damaged goods? I mean, I was getting angry at her for like talking that way about herself. And she corrected me right away. She said, hey, wait a second here. You know, that's not okay to talk to me that way. And I'm like, I was actually in my mind, I was angry because she was beating herself up. And and that was a learning lesson for me. So coming full circle to this year, I'm feeling that same kind of belief issues, but I'm not projecting on other people.
It's funny. The same frequency energy happened between me and my mom yesterday. I was
When's
getting
your birthday,
frustrated.
Mom?
My mom's also a Leo. She's July 27th, 1960.
Okay. So yeah. So what happened?
So, my grandma fell and hurt her hip. She had a left hip replacement, which is, funny enough, where a lot of my issues are too. And so she's a February 2nd Aquarius. So complete refusal to even just touch emotion. And um, so she had a hip replacement, so it's coming up again. Obviously, a lot of pain and tension in the same area showing up in her life. And um, my mom had to take her to the hospital, this and that, start to take care of her. She's not on good terms with my grandmother. And my mom calls me and she's like, listen, I need some practical advice on what to do here, because whenever I do something for your grandmother, like my health falls through the floor. I'm like, first I was getting frustrated. I would keep repeating the same things. It's about releasing emotion, like spewing my beliefs out, but in a very frustrated way. And the call ended. And then I called her back immediately. I'm like, nope, this is not how I want to be doing this. Best thing that you can do is not do anything you don't want to do, right? Hold your boundaries. Say no to things. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Outsource the rest. And it's one of those like flip the switch moments happen more and more frequently now, and it's nice.
That's interesting. So, as a Leo, when you're down and not feeling good about yourself, how do you respond to somebody not listening to you like that?
I walk away.
Do you beat yourself up?
Oh, how do I respond to myself when I'm down? Yeah, I beat myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I find like Gemini's become the victim, Leo's pity party, Sagittarius's become worried or feel guilty or depressed. Capricorns get resentful. That's what Scorpios shut down. They get sad because of the resentment.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. My dad's a Gemini.
Yeah, Ronda Rabbit in there. Gemini's victims. Yeah, I mean we all have a side that we play. I used to when I was doing that. I used to be like pity me. Like I'm so hurt. Look at me. The not the victim. What is it? The guy who martyr. Play a little bit of a martyr. That was one of the
Mm,
things that I did.
People are asking about a Libra. I'm interested too. I have a lot of Libra.
Um, Libra, Libra is really, I find, is really amplified by the other aspects, like the emotions and stuff like that, right? Because Libra can like literally flip a switch, and from being your best supporter to when they're bad to when they're off to like subterfuge, like doing something you didn't even see coming out of left field.
Hmm.
But Libras tend to have when they're they tend to have more capacity to balance. Like they can let something happen for a longer period of time. But if they don't
Yeah,
let it out, they snap somewhere.
I usually let things happen for quite a while.
Yeah, for me, I observe and oh well. I mean, there's a couple different things. If I want to get something done, I don't want to give time to people to have their own experience. I'm like, no, we're doing this now. If I want to get, but I'm learning this last couple of years that everything has a time, because I've been driven to, I was always driven to do this fascial maneuvers thing in the world. I was driven to do. Now it's out there. I keep reminding myself, and I'm starting to feel it, that even if I don't do anything more, the job I came to this planet for is done. It's already there. I mean, tens of millions of people around the world doing it. So it's already working. It's never going away. This is like the new yoga in the world. It's all over the world. It's happening right now. So I give myself a break by doing that, because my whole life I felt like I was never doing enough of everything.
Mm-hmm. I see you, and like what really attracts me is how much drive you have, and you're just always getting it done. And that's the side of me that I would love to be more in touch with, because I have a lot of desire. And that showed up very, very clearly after Joshua Tree. Is I got in touch with how much desire there is that I'm not acknowledging within myself for creative projects, for things to do in the world. And a lot of desire, and I've been very shut down from that because I wasn't connected to the drive and the pursuit and the ability to manifest it, for lack of a better term, get it done. So I'm seeing myself move in this direction, like you said, like giving yourself a break. And then just for me, it's like doing one thing. I got to do one thing well.
Yeah.
And then do the next thing well. And then do,
Yeah, that was, I had this, Lisa asked me the other day about procrastination, and I'm like, and I wish I knew this before. Like, procrastination is, the other side of it is action. But I choose procrastination when I'm stressed out. So if I'm stressed in my body, stressed in my life. So whenever I have a procrastinating thought, it's like, I see this all the time on TikTok. These moms, every time their kid goes, Mom, they do a squat. It's like, hey, I'll get back in shape, because every time my kid says, Mom, we're going to do a squat. Well, every time I have one of those procrastinating thoughts, I'll do one fascial maneuver, like totally twisted or anti-gravity. And I'll do it every time I have that thought. Eventually what happens is it short circuits the reward mechanism. Because what happens is that when I don't do something and I procrastinate, I get a reward. The reward is that feeling of beating myself up, the sadness, the guilt, the shame. Those are all rewards. Those are hormones. Those are just like heroin. So I get my own heroin. So if I want to break that cycle, I want oxytocin, serotonin. So every time I have that thought, I choose to do one fascial maneuver. And that's one thing I can do, because I can't quite often get enough energy or emotion to do like a whole class, or to go do a project, or to call somebody, or do something I want. But I can do one thing. I can muster the energy to do one thing, and I make that decision in advance, so I don't have to make that decision at that time. That's like, oh, I thought I caught myself. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm good at penance and punishment. So
I'm good at punishment.
yeah,
I think I have a little too much ego for penance.
yeah. So that's one thing you can do to break that cycle, is just do one thing. I mean, I see you, like when you do the cold bath and stuff like that. Like that kind of crap takes a lot of emotion. So that's why it's hard to get in the water. It's not because it's cold. It's because it's the emotions that are about to release.
Yeah. It's like I wait for the emotion to build up, and then I do a big thing. And then I wait, and then I do a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was me totally. And there's a part of me, because I'm a 29 degree, that waits till the last minute to do everything. And I used to beat myself up for it. So I know I'm going to do it the last minute. But that's the other part too. I know I'm going to get it done. So I stop beating myself up when I'm not doing it yet. But the one thing is because that mental and emotional mindset can be tricked, is doing that fascial maneuver. Somebody asked what fascial maneuver does most dopamine. That would be anti-gravity, because you're getting growth hormone, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, estrogen, estradiol, and testosterone all in one pump, because it's the whole body. So that's why I like the anti-gravity. Anti-gravity is pretty good, because because it when you're down there, it's actually separating the layers of the spine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, and it's quickly become one of my dad's favorites too. Now that he's learned it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's super cool. Well, listen, looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, all the way from Eastern Canada, Central Canada, I guess. But
Eastern Canada, kind of. Well, yeah.
okay, man. We'll see you on the weekend.
Can't wait. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Hey, everybody. That one was a good one. So you got that one for dopamine, right? Let's see here. Got Claire coming up. Not there yet. So let's look at some of the questions in here.
Are you doing a separate live for Claire? We're going to do this.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a separate one. Okay, yeah, ask when she's ready to go. And then okay, so we're gonna be doing women's health issues, talking about explants, talking about autoimmune issues. We have an autoimmune class on Sunday, this coming Sunday. It's online, and it's the fascial maneuvers, the 28-day reset, the protocols designed and adapted for autoimmune. Because with autoimmune, you want to do a few extra things. You want to do a little different. And there's some things that you just absolutely are not negotiable in autoimmune. So we're going to be doing that class online. And you can go to the event section, and we're going to be talking to Claire about that today. So it's going to be a really powerful conversation, the autoimmune class. And Claire has been dealing with her own autoimmune issues. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drop off the live, and then we're going to come back in 4 minutes, okay? So that way we start a new live. It's for sharing and stuff like that, okay? So we'll see you back in 4 minutes on the live here. Oh, by the way, it might not notify you, and please let me know when you come back in if it notifies you. I'm trying to see if they're sending it out to everybody.